Hello. So the stars aligned, and the last pen I was waiting on to do this review finally showed up, and it's a bit of an interesting pen. I'll show it to you in a minute, but this is going to be the long awaited and much hyped fountain pen review. And before I get started, going through the pens, I wanted to take a moment and talk about why I enjoy writing with fountain pens. So, what I have here is my Scrivener ballpoint pen, and with ballpoint pens, what you're able to do is you can kind of hold it any kind of way. You could even hold it perpendicular to the paper if you wanted to, and write, and still produce something that's translatable. You know, but with a fountain pen, what you have to do is you have to hold it, um, on a certain side, and you have to angle it a certain way to get the results that you want. And it's also a very fine and a very sharp nib that you're writing with. So, as a result of those two factors, what ends up happening is when you're writing with a fountain pen, because you have to hold it, a certain way, you're a bit more intentional with your words and how you um, form them and how you approach them. And then with the sharp nib, you can really get some fine curvature. And there's also a phenomenon called the stroke that I enjoy. So um, I'll demonstrate that here real quick. So with a ballpoint pen, you have a word like the, right, where you write it out, and then you have to line the T like that, right? Something like that. Now, with a fountain pen, right, again, being more intentional, you write out the word the, right, and then when you strike a line, you can be a little bit more elegant with it, and you actually, if you're not careful enough, you could actually cut the paper. But if you want it to be a little bit fancy, what you could do is something like that. Really make it a bit dramatic. So that's why I enjoy writing with fountain pens. Now, I wanted to take a moment and with the Scrivener pen, I wanted to do a bit of ASMR, because this is my favorite part of this pen. By the way, it's not my favorite writer, but this is what I truly value this pen for. Okay, listen to this. Okay, let me do that again. The camera focus. Okay, here we go. Okay, one more time. One more time. Yeah. So I could do that for a very long time, but the first pen I wanted to show you is this Zebra Fine Point 301 fountain pen. So the neat thing about this is that it's a $5 fountain pen with an all metal casing, and so it's durable. But at the end of the day, no fountain pen should cost $5. There are just some things that you should never cheap out on. and fountain pens are kind of one of them. And this definitely, this pen and its performance definitely shows that it's a $5 pen, because what'll happen is, I'll be writing with it. So first off, before I even talk about how it writes, if you notice, the cap doesn't really secure to the back very well. So, I don't always feel confident leaving it on the back of the pen like that. But sometimes what'll happen is I'll be writing, and then suddenly the pen will start acting like it's out of ink, and it'll stop laying ink down. But then I, kind of strike it a couple more times, and it finally comes back. And so it's just having some difficulty with the ink delivery. It's a bit rough, but as you can see, it lays down a heavy amount of ink. And I didn't have any problems that time. But it's not. It's a $5 fountain pen. That's what you can expect. It behaves as you would think a $5 fountain pen would behave. Okay, so that was the first one. Now this is the one I was waiting for in the mail. This is this model of fountain pen is actually pretty popular. It's been around for a long time, since the 60s, I believe. But this is a Kaweco Sport. And typically these pens come in black or red, or more kind of pastel kind of colors, but usually they only cost about $16. But your friend Rutzer here paid $32 for this particular one, because it came in this nice kind of navy blue. It has kind of a bit of a nice sheen to it. But I paid double just so I could get it in this cool color, which actually looks even better in person. But I don't know how well that's being picked up. But the interesting thing about this pen, and the reason why they're so popular, is because they're compact. So this is, this pen compared to the Zebra fountain pen. And this is, a mechanical pencil compared to this fountain pen. And, this is that Zebra 701 next to this fountain pen. So it's really compact, and you unscrew it like this, and this small fountain pen comes out, and it's really too small, to really try to, you could write with it like this, but really, it's meant to have the cap on the back, and the cap on this one secures very securely. So it's kind of like a lipstick tube in a way. And so with the cap on the back, you have this full fountain pen. Still a bit compact, but it's really light. It's nicely balanced like this, and it has some bevels, and it writes well. Okay, so that was smooth. and I was able to get some good results with that. And the ink that I'm using, it's a Midnight Blue ink that I also paid some money for. But as you can see, it's not too heavy of an imprint. You know, not compared to the Zebra. The Kaweco is definitely more refined in that. It's kind of a finer lay of ink. And I like this pen. I've had it only a couple hours now, but you know, I like the color and I like how compact it is. And you know, I could definitely throw this in my pocket and forget I have it. But it does write fairly well. Yeah, I like it. But fortunately, I think the next pen is probably my favorite. It might be the favorite in my collection right now. I don't know. Kind of thinking about it. But I've been really impressed with this pen so far. So this is the Pilot Explorer. And the interesting thing about the Pilot Pen Company is they're kind of like the Ibanez of pen companies. They have pens that range from, you know, the typical pens that you find, you know, in Walmart, that are like $5, like these pens right here. So they start here and they go up to $200 fountain pens and kind of a bit of everywhere in between. This one cost me $30, I think, somewhere around there. $25 to $30 if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure if I would have bought it from a brick and mortar shop, maybe it might have been a little cheaper, but I think it was about $25 to $30. But this is the Pilot Explorer, and you open it up and it, you know, has this nice nib, and on top of that it has this kind of Coca-Cola bottle shaped grip. So as this lip that goes all around the end of the handle, and it's a nice comfortable grip. You know, the other two fountain pens, I mean, they didn't really have any. I mean, this one has a small indenture for your fingers, but the other two didn't really have this nice kind of lip for your fingers to like really grab onto. Oh no, this camera sucks. Yeah, but that little lip right here does wonders. Like that. So, and it really writes smoothly. So, as you can see, it has a it lays down ink. It kind of lays it down kind of thick, but like I said, it's smooth, and really, I think this one is an extra fine nib. So I think these other two are just fine nibs. These two right here. But I think this one is like an extra fine, so I think that's why I enjoy it even more, because I can get even a bit more precise with it. But it's just smooth at the same time. You know, it's very... I don't have to force it too much. And it's consistent. I've never had any problems with it. So, yeah. That is my fountain pen review. As you can see, I have to have blue pens. How many blue pens do I have now? Only God knows. This one is a navy blue. How many blue fucking pens do I have? God only knows. It's a blue pen convention. Alright, have a good one.